This game, the fans, the umpires, the coaches, let us be in Christ-like form as we play this game. There's some Christ-like we play.
Texas, return to your dugout. And Mr. Wall, the field is yours.
All right, here we go. All right, we're back at it. This time it is Texas and Louisiana. And Texas is the visiting squad, Louisiana the home squad. This is another coach pitch game. They moved some things around, so make sure when you're logging on to the Jock Jive that you're logging on to the right spot so you can see this game. This game was scheduled for a 4 o'clock start. Of course, you know we've had a lot of rain here. They did get the last game underway, Alabama beating Virginia 14-1. And Alabama now sits back and waits for the winner of this one, Louisiana or Texas. And then on the other side of the bracket, tonight at 8:30, Tennessee plays South Carolina, and Alabama will play the winner here. So that is how it is setting up. And I think it's going to be played tonight, but like I said, they've been moving things around. So just kind of when you're logging on, look for the game and find the game that you want, and then you'll be set to go. So that is how this is working out right now. Louisiana is the home team. Texas is the visiting team. Let's run down the roster for you. The starting lineup is second base, Roberto Mendez. And playing right center field will be Ace Horrid. Shortstop, Chase Dickerson. Right field, Adriel Diodato. Left center field, Kane Dugat. Third base, Cullen Fountain. Left field, Caleb Terrazas. Catcher, Kane Powers. First baseman, Marcus Johnson. Sawyer Stevens. And Drew Larson will be a pitcher. And also playing right field, Caleb Smith. So there you have the lineup for Texas. And I apologize if I mispronounced any of these names. The copy that we got is a little light. It's a little difficult to see some of the last names. So I'll do the best I can for you, folks. Glad to have you along. I'm Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. And the Texas coach goes out there and gets things warmed up and starts his pitching duties, and he'll get warmed up so he's ready to go. Like I say, the rain has stopped. It's been stopped now for a little over an hour plus. We did start the last game in the rain, and the conditions were not very good for the Alabama and the Virginia team. Virginia really struggled. Alabama just poured it on right off the get-go. They won that game in 4 innings on a 10-run rule, 14-1. So Texas now will lead things off here in the top of the first inning against Louisiana. Here we go. Texas in the purple jerseys with the white lettering. Louisiana in the gold and the purple numbers. And Roberto Mendez to the plate. And coach 2 pitches. Didn't like either one so far. There's 3. Coach kind of looking at him and saying, you got 2 more to go. Got to take a swing. Mendez, the leadoff hitter here. Coach trying to drive that ball as much as he can. There's a ground ball back to the hill. It goes through, knocked down by the shortstop. Throw over to first is in the dirt. They're going to send the runner. He's taking off going for 2. There goes the throw to second base. It hits the runner, but he falls forward. He's basically stopped by the second baseman or the shortstop. And I think they would have called an interference there. So it is going to be an error on the throw and a runner at second. Somebody tilted my camera again. I'll try to get that fixed here in between innings. My apologies there. Ace Horan is at the plate. Ground ball to second, off the glove, and first and third now. No, they're going to wave the runner. Ball went out into the outfield. They faked the throw. Now they got the runner caught off the first. They throw back. He's safe. And the first run of the ball game goes to Texas. Not another error. So Texas jumps out front early, 1-0. And like I said, field conditions will play a big, big deal in this game. Chase Dickerson now to the plate. From the right side for Chase. Whoa, right back and hits the coach in the arm. Boy, he got his glove up. Boy, that line drive came right back at him. Says he's okay. And that's the one thing about Coach Pitch. Tried to get out of the way, couldn't. I think he got hit on the hand. Umpire gives him a new baseball. Boy, he gave a line shot there, just about took him out of there. Dickerson right through the hole in between short and third. That'll advance the runner. Now they got runners at first and second. Still nobody out. First hit of the ball game. Adriel Diosdado coming to the plate. Thank you, PA guy. Ball a little bit low. Popped up. Second base calls for it, makes the catch, first out of the inning. So one down. Kane.
Number 13, Kane Dugat.
Dugat to the plate now for Louisiana. With one out, two runners aboard, and a 1-0 early lead. Swing and a miss for Dugat. Chased one there, didn't it? Coach even told him not to pitch. Pops this one straight up left side, timed, and unfortunately third base can't get there. It'll just be a foul ball, so 2 strikes. Good try there coming over from third, trying to make that catch in foul territory. Swung on, fouled off. Back to the screen it goes. Swing and a miss. And Dugat will go down swinging. That'll be out number 2. So with 2 down.
Number 33, Cullen Allen.
Unfortunately now it's leaning to the right. It's so hard to get it.
Yeah.
We'll do it in between. We're trying to fix that camera for you in between innings. Cullen Fountain comes to the plate now with 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Texas, a 1-0 lead. Like a pretty good pitch to go for. He does not, though. Fouled off, back to the screen it goes. Top of the first, 1-0 just underway here. Texas and Louisiana. Winner moving on to play Alabama. Swung on, a little pop fly. Shortstop up, jumps up and makes the grab, and that will end the inning. That is the 3rd out. So at the end of the first, we go to the bottom of the first. It is a 1-0 lead for Texas. We'll come back. Stay tuned right here at jockjive.com.
Louisiana coming to bat.
Right there. Yeah, that's good.
Right there.
Yeah, pretty good. Get a little more of left field, but that's okay. We haven't even seen much of that. You can still see first.
Yeah, we're still in there. Let's go. Okay?
Right here. You see what happens. Go. Tee up. Go tee up. Go tee up, boys. Hit it running. Hit it running. Hit it running. This Louisiana team they can play really well.
All right. Folks, welcome back. Chuck Sebastian here with you, bringing you this game here. Louisiana, Texas. Texas gets a run in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Louisiana will come to the plates. Dalen Powell, Austin Lee, and Aiden Adams to lead things off, followed by Brantley, Willis, Nassar, Osborne, Merriweather, Wilkerson, Smith, and Compton, looks like. Trying to read Mike's writing. He was supposed to be doing this game, but the field got switched on him, so I'm doing his game. He's doing another game, and I got his writing and his lineup.
First is number 1, Dalen Powell.
So Dalen Powell will lead things off. An update on the machine pitch games have all been moved to tomorrow at 10 a.m. except 3 of the Consolation Series games, which will play coach pitch tonight. Out to the outfield, fly out number 1 for the first out of the inning for Powell as he goes to left field.
Batting number 55, Austin Lee.
And the Alabama-North Carolina machine pitch game will be played on Monday. Alabama was the only team that refused to play coach pitch, so all the other teams did agree to play coach pitch except for one, so they'll still machine pitch tomorrow. And that was their choice to do that. Swung on, fouled off by Austin Lee, the left-hander at the plate. We'll probably have one more game for you tonight. That will probably come up close to 9 o'clock before they get that underway, depending on how this one goes and field prep time. They give 90 minutes for the game, and then you get 20 minutes of field prep time, so figure 2 hours, but it could go over quickly, and we'll see if it does, and if it does, they'll get the game started earlier. He's got one more pitch to go. You hear the coach saying, Austin, put it in play. Ground ball past the mound, off the second baseman's glove, out into left center field. Couldn't get the glove down quick enough. It'll be a base hit for Austin Lee, and he's the first runner aboard for Louisiana.
30, Aiden Adams.
Here's Aiden Adams now.
Back up a little bit.
Outside on the second pitch. First time seeing both of these squads. They came from the other field, so don't know a whole lot about them yet. Third baseman knocks it down, got it picked up off the grass, but just not quick enough. Sliding into second goes Lee on the fielder's choice. And it is first and second with only one out. Grounded foul down the left side. Jacob Brantley at the plate right now. Brantley trying to do some damage here and help Louisiana get on the board. Swings and misses. Coach fooled him with like a change up the way it came in there, and Brantley a little late on that swing. Lights on here at the ballpark. They have been on since the rain started back at about 5 o'clock. Hard bouncer to third, step on the bag one. Bouncer to second, not in time. It bounces out of the glove. That runner will now advance to third. The other runner moving to second. Ball gets past the third baseman. Now they're going to make a play at the plate. In and underneath, through the catcher's glove. He scores. It's halfway down the line, and they'll chase him back. So Brantley will end up at third on the fielder's choice. They get the out at Adams, which will be the second out of the inning. Well, Austin Lee has scored, so you have a runner at third. Tie ball game. 1-1, 2 down. Smack towards short, picked up. Throw over the head of the first baseman. Then the runner trips over the first baseman. Will they award him the base or not? Looks like they're going to let it play out. And Kason Willis will go on an error down to second on the throw, but the second run is now scored as Brantley comes across the plate. And Louisiana now has taken the lead back 2-1. This all happening with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Tristan Nasser coming to the plate. Swung on, fouled off to the right side, out of play it goes. Boy, he took off out of there like he had hit that ball a mile away. And that's a nice job. You don't see a lot of these youngsters. That's the one thing you got to teach them is, boy, anytime you hit that ball, go. You got to go. You never know where it's going to be or where it's going to land. Wow. Drilled that one right past the first baseman into right field. Waving the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. Oh, no, he dropped it. Runner at first now going down to second. So being aggressive on the base paths pays off for Willis. And again, another single. Run scores and down to second on the throw home. And it's now a 3-1 ball game in Louisiana. I was told they can hit the ball, and so far they look very impressive in doing so. There's been a timeout called by Texas as they find themselves in a quick hole here, 3-1. Don't forget, folks, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we remind you to make sure that you also hook us up with your Facebook page and your Twitter account. We're at Jock Jive on Twitter. On Facebook, all you got to do is go to your Facebook page, type in under the search engine Jock Jive Sports, click on the link, give us a like and a follow. That way you're up to date with everything. Umpire now calling for the pitch. Coach was ready to go. Tyler Osborne to the plate. We'll take the first one. Runner at second, 3-1 lead, 2 down. And that one smacked into right center field and over the head of the right center fielder. He came in too far. He's going to roll quite deep. Run's going to score. Going to second. Now he's going to continue on. He's going to try for a triple, and he's going to get tagged out going into third. Had a double. Got the run home. Then tagged out on the throw. He runs right into the out trying to get maybe a little too greedy there. But Louisiana takes a 4-1 lead after 1 inning of play here on JockJive.com. Louisiana 4, Texas 1. Texas will come to the plate when we come back. Stay tuned.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it? I thought you was bringing those for me. I was ready to snag those bad boys. Yeah, I hear you. More innings to go, and I can get some things. Did you guys get something to eat?
Defensive substitution for Louisiana are number 55, Austin Lee, and number 11, Tristan Nasser.
They have here. Oh, yeah. I haven't had like any real food today. Did you get hamburger or something before you started? That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Leading off for Texas in the top of the second, it's number 20, Caleb Terrazas.
Caleb Terrazas comes to the plate now to lead things off. Swings at the first one. Coach explaining to him that he pulled away from the plate. 1 strike. Top of the second, a 4-1 lead. Louisiana on top. Popped up, foul ball, and it's out of play. And coming back in behind the catcher, he didn't see where it went. 2-strike count now. So Caleb's got to be careful. Got to make connection, and if he makes contact, it's either got to be fair or foul to stay in there. And swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That is not what the coach wants to do, but it does happen. So 1 out. Swing and a miss. Powers at the plate. Kane Powers now with 1 down. Popped up right side of the infield. First base calling for it. Makes the catch. 2 down. Making quick work of the Texas lineup right now. Marcus Johnson.
Number 10, Marcus Johnson.
Comes to the plate with 2 outs. Nobody on. Waiting for the right fielder. Had a flat tire. The umpire calls time, and he's now ready to go. Swing and a miss. Johnson trying to hammer that ball. Swinging a little too hard and a little too much over the top. Again, he's got a great big swing, but he's got to learn to control it. He's got to keep his eye on the ball. 2 strikes against him. He's got to be careful here. Anything that he touches with that bat either goes fair or foul, otherwise he's done. And he's struck out. Maybe an overswing there for Mr. Johnson, and they go down 1, 2, 3. No runs scored in the top of the second inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the second inning, and Louisiana still with a 4-1 lead. And again, we remind you that the winner again moves on to play Alabama. Tennessee and South Carolina will play tonight as well. I believe that game's coming up at 8:30 or 9 o'clock or so. And then in the losers bracket, it is Arkansas losing their first game to South Carolina today. They play North Carolina, who lost to Tennessee in an unbelievable fashion. It was tied up 3-3 going into the 6th. And then, of course, Virginia will get the loser here. So that's how it works. So you're not out of it if you lose your first game here in the bracket, but you got to come through the losers bracket to get going.
I'll see if I can get that. Do you have your shout-out number on the feed? Do there people want to text me? I had a couple people text me that my number yesterday. Oh, you have the 2 words, the 2 most shout-out heavy right now.
Defensive substitution for Texas, number 5, Sawyer Stevens, 37, Caleb Smith.
Go, let's play!
I mean, if you want to ask me the shout-outs off your phone, that's fine.
I only had 2 so far.
Okay. Well, you can give me those, and I'll let people know that shout-out. All right, folks, we have been asked about some shout-outs, and the reason the field changed so that my number is not up there, but a shout-out going out to Kane Duguid and Let's Go Texas defense. Kane Duguid, number 13, Love Momo, and that is on a 936-404-9103. You can continue to text that number, and the text will get, or shout-outs will get over to me. That ball is a ground ball for Merriweather, and it goes 4-3 in your book for the first out of the inning. So 1 down. And I apologize that there is not a number up there right now for shout-outs, but again, that number 936, or I believe. Is that yours? That number? Oh, okay. My apology, that is not the number. So don't text that number. I think that was the last one. And again, another ground ball, and it goes 5-3, 2 down. We'll try to get a number up here for you in a moment. So because of the fact that we switch fields so much, then you start getting texts for other fields, and people wonder why they're not being shouted out. We're not trying to avoid that, but that's what happens. Slip together. Jack Smith at the plate.
All right, Jack Smith, make it hurt.
Ground ball, shortstop again. Left-hander, long throw way over the top of the first baseman. So the error will put him down at second base. And he'll go E6. Runner at second, 2 down. And Nate Smith now will come to the plate. So Jack and Nate may be brothers.
Bag number 8, Nate Smith.
Slow roller towards the mound, picked up, bobbled. He's going to be safe. Going to hold the runner at third. Now to bring him halfway down the line, challenging. Runner at first, challenging. And the umpire calls time. So first and third now.
Number 2, Keegan Compton.
And Keegan Compton out of the plate. Swung on, fouled off right there at the plate. Boy, like I said, Louisiana, they have been taught well. You know, hit that ball and go. No matter what you think, take off, go. That is a good teaching skill to have as a coach in early learning of the game. So first and third with 2 down, a 4-1 lead. Louisiana trying to tack on a few more here. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out. That'll end the inning. So they strand the 2 runners. And we go to the top of the third inning. Still a 4-1 lead right now for Louisiana, with Texas coming to the plate next. And they will start with the bottom of the order. Sawyer Stevens, Drew Larson, and Caleb Smith when we come back right here, jockjive.com.
I get that, yeah. At this point,
I'm going to be on the road. And last year when I did it for the World Series, I had to leave Mississippi to go to Louisiana. Text out phone calls. I'm on the highway driving on the side of the my number's been on the job. First time I did it, though,
There's a lot to do. It's a lot to do.
See how my audio, when I was running my own at MixLR, there was a box up here. It was like a messenger, and I could read the text off the computer. But I wasn't doing the camera, I was only doing audio. So it was easy to see how I could read it. But then again, it got busy too.
You're looking at that more than the game.
Here we are, folks. Top of the third inning. Texas finds themselves down by 3 runs. And Sawyer Stevens is going to come to the plate. Trying to get something going for this Texas squad. Louisiana had runners aboard. Couldn't get them across the plate. They lead it, though, 4-1. Stevens goes chasing that first pitch for strike 1. Sawyer looks at the second one, swings and misses again. 2 strikes. Coach telling him that a little bit out of the zone there. Swung on, fouled off to the fence. And the tough thing for these kids is when they get the 2 strikes on them, they know that they can be called out on pitch 5. So pitch 5, they're always chasing, and you got to hope that the coach puts one in there that you can get a bat on. That one a little low. This is pitch 5, though, so now he's got to swing. He does. Pops it up into the infield. Everybody coming for it, and nobody able to make the catch. 3 people coming together. Second, first, and the pitcher. Got to have some communication there. That'll drop in. It'll be an infield single due to the ball landing in between 3 players.
Batting 17, Drew Larson.
There's Drew Larson. Kid's out on the mound tonight for Texas. Rips this one down the line, and it turns foul. Like this young man already. See how his hands were up on the bat, choked up. Knows that the choke up will help if you get your hands up the bat a little more. Better control of the bat, quicker swing. So he's not down at the handle. He's really close to the top of the tape. Rips that one right at the coach, who makes a line drive catch there at third. 2 strikes on him now. This time he'll go to short. They'll flip to second for 1. There'll be no relay. He's forced, so that's the first out of the inning.
Batter's number 47, Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith now to the plate. Last man to the plate here for the Texas team, or in the lineup, I should say. The left-hander drills it into left field. It'll hop down in front of the left fielder for a base hit. All runners are safe, and a single for Smith. And Texas has 2 runners aboard, and their crowd starts to get into it. Back to the top of the order. Roberto Menendez to the plate with 2 runners aboard and 1 out. Here's somebody yelling up the middle. That's where he wants to go with it. Ball down in the dirt. Coach kind of wiping the ball as clean as he can. I'm sure the field's starting to dry a little bit after the rain finally stopped. But still, the moisture of the grass is going to hold for a while. It came down really good. You might be able to see some water on the field, not with the camera here behind the plate. Popped up into left center field. Left center fielder comes in, makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Now batting number 99, Ace Horan.
Ace Horan comes to the plate. Got on by an error the first time. Swung on, popped to the right side. It'll go out of play. Texas trying to get a couple of runs here, get back in this game. They need a big hit. 2 down, 2 runners aboard, first and second. Whoa, hit him. Unfortunately, you don't get to go to the base. Although yesterday the coach said, go to first, you got hit. And the kids started to go, and then they were laughing. They were teasing him about it. It's kind of unfair because in a regular game, he would. Popped up over the netting. Down low. This will be pitch number 5 coming at him. Ground ball towards second. Picked up cleanly. Throw over to first in time for the 3rd out. Nice defense there. Ends the inning. And again, Texas can't put anything on the board, so they'll clear the bases. We'll go to the bottom of 3. It is 4-1. Louisiana in the lead here. Don't forget to subscribe to this Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all of our Dixie Youth baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you want to know first what games are coming your way.
At 10 a.m. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 11:30 a.m.
So 11:30 a.m. tomorrow is when the winners will play each other on Monday. And at 10 a.m. Monday is when the losers will play. Virginia taking on the loser of this one. So there you go. So I'm not sure what game's coming up after this, to be honest with you. I believe they're having one more, but we'll let you know. All right, so Louisiana coming to the plate. They're up 4-1.
All for Louisiana in the bottom 3rd is number 1, Dalen Powell.
Dalen Powell coming to the plate. We'll lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
After this.
Okay, so it's not.
No, it's just the consolation game is played here and there.
Okay.
Once this game and that game are done.
You know who you got?
Well, this is Florida and Lumber.
So,
Over there is Georgia, Mississippi.
all right, Georgia and Mississippi are going to play on another diamond in a consolation game, and then Florida and Lumberton will play here. And they'll have the call for you coming up. Like I said, that should start about 8:30, 8:45, give or take. Popped up left side, coming hard, and nobody going to be able to get there in time. So Dalen Powell will try to get things moving. This is going to be my last game of the tournament. I'm going to be headed to Louisiana, to Monroe, Louisiana, to cover semifinals and the finals of the Dixie Boys Majors World Series at the University of Monroe, Louisiana, at Warhawk Field Tuesday and Wednesday. And they'll have coverage here still, so other folks will be coming over to take, Randy will be coming over to take over and do some games for us. We appreciate that. So a single there to start things off here in the inning by Powell. Austin Lee now to the plate. The left-hander singled his first time up and scored a run. Right back at the mound, knocked down at the mound, throw to second, not in time. Runner slides in, the ball goes out into the field. They'll throw down to third. He'll slide into third safely. And Austin Lee goes to second. So they throw the ball around, not something you want to do. Single and an error puts 2 runners in scoring position here early in the game. Bottom of 3rd, they've already got a 4-1 lead. Here's Adams, got on by a fielder's choice. You can hear the coaches for Texas telling the guys to back up. Got a piece of that. Ball's going to be wet, so it's going to be a little more weight to it, so to speak, and it's going to be harder to hit because they've been playing with these throughout the last game and this one. And, of course, like I said, we had that rain. Ground ball slow to the mound, tried to glove it, couldn't grab it in time. Run scores, and they'll chase the other runner to third, but I do believe they got the out. Adams will go 1-3 for out number 1. Powell will score. Austin Lee at third.
Number 15, Jacob Brantley.
So 1 away, another run, 5-1 is Brantley. Pokes it hard to the right side, but it flares foul. And Jacob will come back and give it another swing. So like I said, the only thing the rain really was nice about it is it brought that temperature down to a very comfortable 76 degrees for the last few hours. It's a lot better than it was. Temperatures in the 80s, with, feels like in the 90s. There's a ground ball to third. That'll get the run home. 2 outs. But the run is produced as Lee crosses the plate. Brantley gets the RBI, and they now lead it 6-1. Kason Willis, a lot of 99s on the ball field this weekend. Wrong sport, but I'm guessing they're Gretzky fans. Ground ball to short, picked up by the left-hander, throw to first, in time, got the out. So they get out of the inning, 2 runs though do plate. Pick up 2, they now lead it by a score of 6-1. We're halfway through. Top of the 4th coming up next right here at JockJive.com.
It's Mike.
Michael. I go by Michael. I guess I have to distinguish between me and Mike.
I thought it was, and I'm like, what crap, I totally spaced it. I went to say it.
I don't know why it's What's that? Yeah, so it'll pull everything. That.
First and third.
Yeah.
Put some tape on that last time, but now they've been doing good for you.
Yeah, it was fair.
So the top of the 4th inning getting ready to go here, and a 6-1 lead right now for Louisiana. And Texas trying to find a way to plate some runs. They've had some base runners, just haven't been able to plate them. Chase Dickerson, Adriel Diodato, and Kane Dugat.
4th is number 4, Jace Dickerson.
So Jace is coming to the plate. Jace with a single back in the 1st inning. Backs out of there on the first pitch.
Here we go, boys. Run it up.
Line shot right into the glove of the second baseman, who moves over and makes the grab. Boy, nice grab there at second base for out number 1. Watching this young man behind the plate, the catcher for Louisiana. And I'll tell you what, I don't know who's doing the catching. They didn't list. Oh, wait a second. Let's see if I can find that. Positions. No, they didn't. Is that Nasser? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Michael's here. He's going to take over for me when I'm done. So Tristan Nasser doing the catching for Louisiana. Boy, this kid's got skills back there. You see him move around for the pitch, stays in front of everything. You know, and he's setting up a target and everything. I mean, he's doing a nice job. Somebody has taught him well. That is not an easy position to play. Grounded towards third. Picked up, long throw, and a good stretch there to make the grab and the out. I was a catcher for my entire ball career, all the way through high school and beyond. And boy, I remember being 8 years old, learning how to catch, and nobody taught me because it was my father, the coach. The only reason I was a catcher was because of the fact that I was playing the outfield, caught a ball with my eye instead of my glove, and said, I'm not playing the game anymore unless I get a mask. Speaking of masks, that's the one thing that Nasser's got to learn to do. Got to learn to get the mask off so you can focus where the ball was. He knew where it was, but it's hard to see it in the grooves of the mask, and you got to kind of focus, so you need to learn to flip it. Popped up again on the infield, second base Colin Ford, out number 3. So like I said, that is why I became a catcher, because I got hit in the outfield shagging fly balls, and I said, I hate this game. I'm not playing anymore unless I can have a mask. And they said, well, if you want a mask, take the rest of the gear, go behind the plate. And I stuck it out after that ever since, and I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed playing the game and thoroughly enjoyed coaching the game later on as well. And I have as much fun, I think, doing the announcing and play-by-play for it as well. I've been doing that for over 25 years. So, again, baseball, one of my favorites, and hopefully one of yours. 6-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And now you got to start to think, if Louisiana can plate a few more runs, you start to think about the 10-run rule. We've seen that twice so far today here on this field. That's something you want to get beat by, but that means you got to play some defense. 2 runs scored for the inning last for Louisiana. 4 runs in the first. Had a couple runners in the second, but couldn't plate the run. And here is that catcher, Tristan Nasser.
For Louisiana, in the bottom of the fourth, number 11, Tristan Nasser.
Swung on, fouled off, and woo, that one hit hard on the screen. Thankfully did not bump the camera this time. See the field very green from the water. Did a real nice job of getting these fields ready. There's a ground ball to second. Picked up, flipped over to first for the first out of the inning. The one thing is, not only will they finish hosting this tournament here, then next Friday they'll start the Dixie Youth World Series. AAA, Ozone, and Majors will come here, and they'll start play on Saturday, and that'll go through the following, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. And they'll have that tournament here as well. So Lumberton hosting both, with just a few days in between to get the fields ready again. Here's Tyler Osborne. Ooh, went down and chased one. Coach has got a wicked pitch sometimes for Louisiana. He's got to make sure that he remembers these are 7, 8, 9-year-olds, and that's not a pitch you want to throw to them yet. It's almost got curveball-like conditions to it. Over the top, didn't get that. 3 pitches. In the on-deck circle is Clarence Merriweather. Ground ball again, second. Picked up, fielded cleanly, throw to first. 2 up, 2 away. Louisiana's bats have slowed down here in the inning. This is the inning that Texas wants. They want a 1-2-3 if they can get it. Clarence Merriweather now comes to the plate. He'll try to change that if he can. He grounded to second his first time up. This time fly ball to third, and it is a 1-2-3 inning. For Texas, that's what they wanted. No runs. We've completed 4. We're going to the top of the 5th inning next. Stay tuned. More coming up right here at JockJive.com.
Florida, coach pitch, we need your lineup.
Where is that?
France and Missouri, it's international teams, about 16 teams, 6 international teams. And then at the end, it's also national teams. I'm hoping we're not going to be on TV.
Yeah.
Like,
Leading off for Texas in the top of the fifth is number 33, Cullen Fountain.
Getting it started here is Cullen Fountain. He's going to try to get things worked here in the fifth inning. For Texas, he'll lead it off, pops it up high in the air, into left field. Oh, in and out of the glove. Where's that right hand? Oh, coach is going to be talking to him about that one. That'll go down as an error on the left fielder. Put the glove up, one-handed catch, doesn't work. Always told my players, I don't care how old you are, get that other hand up there. You're not being paid. The Learning League, that's what it's all about. That's when you teach them. Teach them young enough so they remember it. Ground ball, past the third baseman, knocked down by the shortstop deep. He has no throw, though. So a single and an error puts 2 runners aboard for Texas with nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Is this the inning they can get it going? Powers to the plate. Popped up to the first baseman, his first time up. Tomahawks it out into the outfield, reaching up the shortstop out deep. He makes the catch, and everybody has to go back. Nice play there for the first out of the inning. Really nicely done there by the shortstop for Louisiana. Marcus Johnson to the plate. Swing fouled off. Coach wipes the ball off a little bit, tries to clean it up. This one high in the air towards third. Third baseman in foul territory will make the catch, 2 down. So 2 runners aboard again and still unable to move them past the bag. And then it's up to Sawyer Stevens now. He'll drill that one out into the shortstop again. Will reach up and make the grab. And wow, this kid is on fire out there at short. 3 down after 2 runners aboard, and they can't do it again. They get another goose egg on the scoreboard. Going bottom of 5. 6-1 lead. Louisiana out front. Louisiana coming to the plate. Don't forget, a lot of games starting tomorrow. Again, on Monday, instead of the 4 o'clock start time, it'll be 10 in the morning and 11:30. You'll be able to catch more games, so make sure you tune in. Don't forget us on Facebook to find out the complete schedule of all the games and who's going to play who tomorrow and what fields. And make sure when you're looking on jockjive.com that you're clicking the right game, okay? Make sure it either says DYB Coach Pitch or Machine Pitch, so you're on the right field when you're watching the right game. So make sure you check that all out. And don't forget to subscribe to that Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and we want you to know first what games are coming your way. So Louisiana is going to come to the plate. Bottom of the 5th inning. Texas will have 3 outs to work with in the top of the 6th. Right now they are currently down by 5 runs. So if Louisiana can add to that. Wilkerson fouls off the first pitch. Hudson, Wilkerson, Jack Smith, and then Nate Smith. Ground ball to third. Oh, fair ball. Went underneath again. Through the legs. Wilkerson on. Down at first. Louisiana puts a runner aboard. Jack Smith now to the plate. Jack on with an error last time up. Line shot into the glove of the shortstop. They'll flip back to first. No, he didn't. Diving back into the bag goes Wilkerson. So a line out for out number 1. The Texas crowd trying to get their defense to go with the 1 down. 2 to go. Shout outs. Powers was going to send that back to the mound, and the umpire's like, wait a minute, I already gave him one. Hold on. A little old slow rolling grounder to second, picked up. They'll fire to first, get the one. Wilkerson goes down to second. So they go 4-3 for Nate Smith. 2 down. Right now, Louisiana working with their last out here in the bottom of the 5th. And we'll go to the top of the 6th, and Texas will have 3 outs to work with to try to come up with 5 runs pending the outcome of this at-bat. Slapped into center. Slowly rolling out there, waving the runner home. Here comes the throw to the plate. On a bounce, the runner will go back to third. And they'll get the runner to second as Keegan Compton gets a single. And they decoy Wilkerson to get Compton to second. So really a nice move there by the coach. A good throw is what kept Wilkerson at third. Here's Dalen Powell, the shortstop who's been making the great plays out here for this Louisiana team. Got a lot of room, got a lot of glove out there, covers a lot of ground, really good shortstop. Rips it hard through the middle. That'll score at least one. They're going to wave the second one. Powell will round first. He's halfway down. The run will score. Now he'll go back to the bag. And they show the ball, and he's out. But both runs do score because he did round first. So Powell had a single, and then he's thrown out. They pick up 2 more runs. They now lead it 8-1, and we're going to the top of the 6th inning. Last opportunity here for Texas. Down by 7. To play on, they'll have to plate 7, or this one will be over. And then, like I said, Michael's going to come in and he's going to take over. I'm going to go get some sleep and get on the road early in the morning. I have had a blast bringing you the games here from Field 2 this weekend, and I'm glad that you've enjoyed them. These teams have really shown a lot of talent and some young, enthusiastic ball players, and you know, it's a big deal to get to the World Series. That's the first thing. You're one of very few teams that make it, and to get this far is definitely nothing to you know, keep your head up. Even if you lose here, keep your head up, because a lot of teams will never make it here. So you've made it in your first year ball, or maybe your second year ball. That's pretty cool. So again, thanks for tuning in to JockJive.com. We appreciate it. Don't go anywhere, because like I said, Michael's coming up next with a consolation matchup. We'll have that for you about 20 minutes after this one is over. So probably pretty close. Might get that started right around 8:15, 20 after. So pretty close to the last game of the evening. We're supposed to start at 8:30. So here we go. Last 3 outs for Texas to work with. And getting it started is going to be Drew Larson. Swings at the first one. Grounder to the mound. Picked up. Throw to first. Good stretch in time for the out. One down.
Now batting number 47, Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith will come to the plate with 1 out. Bats from the left side. Got a single his first time up. Again, like I said, the winner at this point looks like Louisiana will play Alabama tomorrow. Just had to hit the fence, didn't you? Ground ball, slowly rolling towards third. Picked up Throw to first. Oh, in time. And the audience didn't like it. Boy, that was a little too close. Texas is losing. I think you got to give him the bag there. Good stretch, good throw. But again, that one was close. I wish I had the replay availability on that camera for that one. 2 down, though. Boy, that was a tough play. I mean, the ump was right down there on top of the bag, and that's what he called. Mendez, last opportunity for Texas. Swung on, slow roller to the mound, picked up, glove, throw to first, that'll end the ball game. And Mendez grounds out to the pitcher, 3rd out, and that is it, folks. They pick up just 1 run.
8, Texas 1.
And Louisiana picks up 8 runs, and they win it by a score of 8-1. That is a final here in the bracket.
The schedule for tomorrow for these
and if you want to hear the schedule tomorrow, pay attention.
We'll play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Louisiana will play tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m.
So 10 a.m. tomorrow. Virginia will now take on Texas. And Alabama at 11:30 will take on Louisiana. So the top half of the bracket looks like this. South Carolina, Tennessee, Louisiana, Alabama. Bottom half, Arkansas, North Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. Once again, a final, 8-1. Louisiana wins this one. That's going to do it for me. My name's Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again real soon. Michael's coming up next right here on Jock Jive Sports.